have 2 losses. A fighter never think about lose.
He's significantly bigger than anyone you fought before, and he's one of the all-time greats. You're not going to feel apprehensive when you get in that ring against him?
Fear? No.
I will for you, and I'm not even you.
That's cool.
But can you accept he's better than you at anything or not?
No, because he ain't proven it yet.
We want to find out September 13th. That's why we are here, to see who's the best.
We're going to give the fans a show, for sure, because it don't take a big punch.
Because we are 2 fighters.
Yeah, 2 fighters, but
True fighters.
True, yeah, of course. No, not YouTuber fighters.
Huh?
Not YouTuber fighters. Yeah, of course.
They need to talk and talk about the fight because they want to sell something. The people know we are great fighters. They want to put a great fight. Yeah. We don't need to talk.
I am sure in the end, in the mid of September, we will have one of the greatest fights ever happen in boxing.
Just as news of their fight being made official went viral, Crawford and Canelo caused a stir on the internet after they had a heated uproar at Piers Morgan's interview. The interview had been scheduled for weeks to be held on the day the fight would be made official. Hence the 2 fighters sat in front of the host as he threw questions at them well. But they violated their vows not to trash talk, and the argument became heated when Piers Morgan asked Terence Crawford if he had thought of the possibility of losing his undefeated record to Canelo Alvarez. In response, Crawford said, "I've never thought of that because the possibility doesn't exist. I'm winning, and that's all I'm preparing for. No one I step in the ring with can beat me." This seems to Canelo like Crawford was underestimating him, making him voice out of anger. "Don't disrespect me, idiot. I can do what no one has done to you before I'm made differently."
2 greats in the last era. It's gonna be big.
What does it do to your 2 legacies?
Sometimes people talk shit a lot, and when they stay in the ring, they do nothing.
You know, a win against Canelo Alvarez put me, on Mount Rushmore.
Well, whether Canelo is made differently or not will only be revealed after the fight in September. But things became a little settled, and in a bid to get back at Crawford, Canelo trolled him in his next answer when asked what he's preparing for. Especially against Crawford on the special weapons Crawford has that could threaten him. He claimed Crawford had nothing, adding that he's been in the ring with bigger guys, smaller guys, faster guys, heavy punchers, track racers, and all.
I'm sure of it. I am sure of it.
And fists up. Terence, good. Excellent. Great. Excellent. Wonderful.
Kinds of fighters all through his career, and Crawford offered nothing different from the rest. And when they were done with the interview, they began whispering insults to themselves continuously until Canelo Alvarez was ready to throw his hands. Luckily, he was held back by the security, but Canelo didn't stop there. What is boxing also? In response to the upcoming fight, Canelo Alvarez expressed his confidence on social media, stating, "He's a great fighter, but he's not Canelo."
What do you say to them?
I don't really care.
Everything is riding on this one moment.
Who's going to win? Really? Are you 100% certain you're going to win? Do you believe you're going to win?
I believe 100% I'm gonna win.
100%?
100%.
Did you kill me with your bare hands?
How old are you?
I'm 60.
This remark highlights his belief in his superiority and sets the stage for a high-stakes encounter. Terence Crawford, on the other hand, faces the challenge of moving up 2 weight classes to face Canelo, while Crawford has demonstrated adaptability and skill in his previous bouts. The significant weight difference could impact his performance. Nonetheless, Crawford remains determined, aiming to prove himself against the formidable Mexican champion, boxing's most eagerly anticipated fight in...
Where you at? Let me see. What is it? No, that's not fighting. Fighting ain't even in the definition of boxing. What is boxing?
Is the long-rumored showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford will take place on the 13th of September in Las Vegas and stream globally on Netflix. Organizers confirmed on Tuesday. The summit meeting will match 2 of the most accomplished pound-for-pound fighters of the past decade in a cross-divisional clash with generational implications. Alvarez, the undisputed super middleweight champion who's held titles between 154 LLBs and 175 LLBs, will defend his crown against Crawford, the Unbeaten four-weight title holder from 135 lb through 154 lb.
Canelo's now 10-0 at super middleweight, been largely untouchable at this weight class. Why do you believe that you're the man to knock him off?
Because I'm the best. That's why. That's why everybody gonna come and watch September 12th.
All right, bud, good luck on September 12th.
Crawford will move up 2 weight classes to challenge the Mexican superstar in what has already been billed as the fight of the century. The venue has yet to be finalized, though Allegiance Stadium, the 718-835-seat home of the NFL's Las Vegas Raiders, is understood to be the top choice. The date conflicts with a scheduled UNLV college football game against Idaho State, but sources familiar with discussions say talks are underway to move the UNLV game to a different site or reschedule it entirely. T-Mobile Arena, where Alvarez headlined some of his biggest nights, and where Crawford blew out Errol Spence Jr. in a welterweight title unification bout in 2023, remains a fallback.
Moving up in divisions for Terence, Crawford, and Canelo, are you concerned about that? I know you're not a big fan of fighters moving up.
I don't know. I mean, these are two guys that have accomplished a lot. You know, it's one of what you would call a super fight. And I do super fights, so.
Who do you feel wins?
I don't know. I don't know.
Will you be in attendance? Will you be there?
Probably. More than likely, yes.
Tina, is this going to be your first fight with TKO? There's a lot of rumors. Turkey said the other day.
The bout will be promoted by Saudi Arabia's Riyadh season, in collaboration with Ultimate Fighting Championship President and Donald Trump confidant Dana White and the Saudi entertainment company Sella. It marks White's first foray into boxing, and signals a further deepening of the kingdom's influence over the sport's biggest nights on the 13th of September, Canelo and Crawford. 2 legends of boxing will finally compete against each other in the fight of the century, said Turki Al-Sheikh, chairman of the General Entertainment Authority and president of the Saudi Boxing Federation, alongside Dana White and Sella.
This would be the first one.
What?
Crawford versus Canelo.
Well, listen, my model is way different. Turkey has things that he's obligated to over the next 18 months. I want to break the sport down and build it from the ground up, like we did the UFC. So I'm on a different path.
What's something that would surprise the boxing fans with this new deal? You're coming in hot. Turkey says he wants to crush the competition. How do you?
We will deliver something truly incredible in Las Vegas for fans around the world to enjoy. Through Netflix, Crawford 41. 0 with 31 knockouts has already become the first male fighter to claim undisputed championships in 2 weight classes in the 4-belt era, doing so at 140 lb and 147 lb in his last outing in August. The Omaha native defeated Israel Madrimov to capture the World Boxing Association junior middleweight title, making Tuesday's confirmation all the more remarkable. He will now jump directly to 168 lbs to face Alvarez without a tune-up. My perfect record speaks for itself, Crawford said.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out, from Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not.
Kovalev was older. He does.
Billy Joe.
Does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful.
The best fighter in the world, and no matter the opponent or weight class, I have always come out on top on the 13th of September. My hand will be raised once again as the world watches greatness. Alvarez, February 2nd, 62, with 39 knockouts is coming. Off a dominant yet pedestrian unanimous decision over William Skull in May, a fight staged in Riyadh as part of his reported $400 million 4-fight deal with Riyadh season. That agreement allowed for 1 bout to be staged outside Saudi Arabia and...
I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is night and day.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo going?
A tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too.
Alvarez has opted to return to Las Vegas, where his fan base traditionally turns out in droves. I'm super happy to be making history again, and this time on a Riyadh season card that will be broadcast on Netflix, said Alvarez, who has won 6 straight. Since a surprise defeat in a doomed challenge for Dimitri Bival's light heavyweight title in 2022 on the 13th of September,